And turning now to a different front in the free speech fight, several Florida teachers are now suing the state over a law that prohibits them from being addressed by their preferred pronouns. It's part of a wave of the war on woke that Ron DeSantis' legislation has aimed, attacking LGBTQ rights and people.
Katie Wood is a teacher at Ruskin's Leonard High School. She says a law that went into effect this year that bans employees from using pronouns different from those assigned at birth is discriminatory. Before the law, Katie Wood says her students called her Miss Wood, but now
some students have taken to Teacher Wood, and then select students will call me Mr. And I can't really do anything.
Joining me now is the teacher that you just saw in that interview, Katie Wood, one of the plaintiffs in this lawsuit. Katie, it's so good to have you on the show. I have to ask, how has this law that's been spurred by Ron DeSantis' quote, war on woke, changed your life overall? I mean, teachers are historically underpaid, under-resourced, not given enough to be able to do what they want to do, which is teach kids and give them a future.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it, right? Is all I want to do is teach kids. And this law is making it more and more difficult because when I'm in that classroom, I deserve to be me. And only I can say who I am. And this law is restricting my ability to say who I am. And that is so tough because how do you fake something like that? How do you fake being who you are? And in every single moment, if I'm forgetting that I need to fake who I am, I could lose my job. One slip up and I call myself Miss Wood and a student reports that, I can get fired. And that's so scary. So it's been super tough.
You know, Katie, how does it feel? Because you are human, right? How does it feel when a student misgenders you? Do you ever think that it's being done out of malice? Or are you actually thinking that sometimes maybe they're afraid of themselves getting in trouble for breaking a law?
I mean, that last point is such a good point. This week, I have one of my closest students that I have a really good relationship with, who I taught last year. They're seeing all this stuff on the news, and they saw me in the hallway, and they said, "Hey, Miss Wood," and they caught themselves. So not only is it making me feel this way, but it's somehow interfering with my relationships with my students. This law and the people who write them are telling my students I'm not someone to be trusted, that I'm somehow a danger to them. And anyone that knows me, that's just not the case. I love being in the classroom. I love teaching my kids math, and I just want to keep doing it. That's all I want to do. I just want to keep doing it.
You know, Katie, just like Michael Connolly, who we just spoke to right before you, he's taking a stand about the book bans. You're taking a stand by being a part of the plaintiffs in this lawsuit. What does justice look like for you in pursuing this litigation?
I don't know. I'm not a judge, but all I know is that I'm hurt. And every day that I step foot in this classroom since the law got into place, I have to worry about, am I going to lose my job that day? For the sole purpose of just me being who I am. So for me, what I would like to see is me to be able to say that I'm Miss Wood. I was Miss Wood before I was hired in Hillsborough County. I was Miss Wood for 2 years teaching in Hillsborough County. Then all of a sudden, I can't say that. Before this law was put into place, everyone was able to call me Miss Wood. Now, after this law, everyone can but me. And for me, that is not okay.
Well, you are Ms. Katie Wood. Miss Wood, that is who you are. And I thank you, Miss Wood, for being here and for the fight. Thanks. Thank you so much. We wish you all the best.
Thank you.
And we'll be right back.